The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle, and here we go.
For the ultimate model of consistency and longevity, there is the perfect example in front of us.
Javier Zanetti goes on forever, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, that's why they call him the tractor. He just ploughs on and on with boundless energy.
It's Neymar! Oh, quite a hit and quite a touch too.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Now it's Beckham. Space for him to turn and look. Not a decent chance! Oh, he's been caught and he's following up!
That's just playing it safe and simple. It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent.
Great chance! Oh, he's brought him down and it is a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. So this to break the deadlock. He scores for sure! A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Well, he dipped into a world of focus then and dismissed any distraction.
So, a breakthrough already. Nedved running with the ball. And he's taking no chances there. They've won a corner. Barcelona with the corner, they're first. That's a throw. Schneider. Some good work on the right flank here. Beckham. Good effort from distance.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Schneider. Juve in the hunt and looking threatening. Can he get on the end of this? 15 minutes till half-time. Tries one from range! Now, who's going to be first to this? Now it's Neymar. Now, can they get him away? Oh, this is a great position. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Schneider. Lovely pass, but can he get there? This looks promising. Marquinhos clears it away. Nice bit of trickery. Dembele chips it through. And this is Can he finish? And it's come back out to him. And he hits the net. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
And this is Schneider. So, a temporary halt to the action. So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So let's get the ball rolling.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Picked out brilliantly. Dembele! Relentless! Just relentless! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Now it's Ronaldinho. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, good take in a good area. They've got a corner here. Beckham to take it as usual. And it's Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Barcelona have a free kick. Oh, that's a booking, always looked it.
Well, if he truly fancies his chances from here, he's going to need the best of the best.
Nedved. Good chance here! And it's Vitinha. Filippo Inzaghi. Inzaghi. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
That's put pay to the danger. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Aimed beyond the defence.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He's got away. Tries to get it clear. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Neymar, spread out to the left. Costa Curta. That looks a cracking ball. Well timed, excellent interception. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Alexander-Arnold. And it's Beckham. And it's Neymar. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. And he was alert to it.
Munich truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And that's another good win of the ball. Now it's Dembele. Now it's Schneider. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone.
A quick reminder today.
So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
show myself, I just want day. I say, yeah, you day your day, brother. You day your day, sister. You day your day, brother. You day your day, sister. Say you day your day, brother. You day your day, sister. You day your day.
As long as the sun will shine on the face of man, I don't see no guy can erase the plan. Some guy should have wise and understand what will be must be. We jump out on the road and we safely track and make it back in by the grace of. Some guy love talk, but them face the back. What will be must be.
Now my late day, I no get time to chase cloud. I'm more happy, nobody like me, I can't shout. Too many people did the world, not enough souls to make humans. And everybody know this life no balance.
Some guy love feel like them think a game, them for no man while when them think with him. Them think them just know the name, what will be must be.
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, it would have to be the highly rated Dean Howson. The perfect blend of total football and tiki-taka. I like the front-footed approach he takes to defending. He's very effective, pushing people back by almost joining in central midfield himself. And, you know, he has a real air of authority about him now as he matures through the game.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Beckham. Duke. And here's Inzaghi. Knocks it out wide. Tries to pass it through. Brilliantly cut out. Cafu. Chiellini. Neymar. Dani Olmo, who's wide and looking to get onto this. And this is Messi. Cross needs to be good. Alexander-Arnold is there, and he can get that clear. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. And it's Olmo, and he's worked it through. Oh, super ball! Deftly away. Now it's Ronaldinho. And he's there to get it away. Ronaldinho is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Oh, that's ambitious. Oh, my word, that is quite something. He's got himself an absolute peach. And the goal still quivers with the sheer ferocity of the strike.
Look, sometimes when they're hit that well, there's nothing going to stop it. You have to acknowledge the ferocity.
Arsenal have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Threads one in. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Dani Olmo plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Beckham, looking to play him in, and this is Inzaghi, tries a shot! It's bounced back off the post. It's a good ball out wide. And it's
There will
Ronaldinho.
be 1 minute added time.
There's the header! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
What a pass, one that literally dropped into it.
And for the first half, that is that. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's
And
been
now,
fairly
all
flat,
members of
and the
the crowd,
support have had
I'd
little
like
to
to
cheer
ask you
about,
to
so
join
an
me
awful
in
lot of
wishing
questions
our birthday
have got to
boy
be
a
asked,
very
and the
special
answers need to be
birthday.
found in a hurry.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And here's Inzaghi. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Arsenal are very well equipped down the flanks. It is a tried and tested formula.
Well, Peter, that can cause real problems if they're allowed to run riot in those...
Terrific effort! Well taken goal. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. What a header. Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
Well, you've always got that threat when he's around. Great movement, and what a great header.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves.
Shot a goal! Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. And he's well positioned here, looking for option. Big chance! Oh, it's hit the post! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Now that looks a decent ball. Dani Olmo in acres of space out wide. Collar gets flagged offside. Marquinhos. Arsenal appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And the return pass. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Dani Olmo. Oh, it's come loose. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, it's Inzaghi. Cafu cuts out the pass, and that's gone loose. It's not an especially good pass, that. Cafu showing great feet there. Now this could be a chance. Inzaghi! Another one of football's and how moments.
Well, that miss could really prove costly. They don't want to be missing too many of those.
Serginho. Ronaldinho. And it's Neymar. And this is Messi. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Marquinhos. And it's Alexander-Arnold. That's Beckham.
2 added
Neymar.
minutes has been indicated.
And this is Inzaghi. Can he latch on to this? So that's it. It is all over. Performance of perspiration, work rate, grit. And those are very... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
Oh, good steal, he just read it. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And he's gone looking for safety. Oh, there's a probing ball. Filippo, he's going for goal! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Filippo Inzaghi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. And that should get the job done. And now they can spring out of defence. There's a sharp little ball here. Deftly away. It's a pretty loose pass. Still goalless. Now it's Inzaghi. Oh, that's a key interception. Filippo Inzaghi is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace. He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
Beckham. Juve. Alexander-Arnold is one whose deliveries we all know about.
La Plata really do like to play with a distinctive style, one that's pacey and expansive.
And they have the players, those players that love a gallop or two out wide.
Yeah, they're the key supply routes, Peter, carrying the ball and then delivering it across that box.
Alexander-Arnold. And it's Beckham. Nice looking ball. Juve is in a really good position out wide. McAllister. And it's Dembele. Oh, easy pickings there. Ronaldinho. And here's Neymar. Looking for options for movement. And he's heaved it away. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Under an awful lot of pressure. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Neymar is someone with real dynamite in his boots. And reclaimed it in a track. Real chance! It's in! And there is your opener. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
There will be 1
So the
minute
first
added
goal
time.
of the game.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever.
And for the first half, that is that. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Munich really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Looking to play him in, and he welcomes it in. Played out towards the right wing. Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
Beckham looking to play it into the box.
Yeah, plenty of jostling in that box, they just need a good delivery.
That was travelling.
Well, conceding free kicks in areas like that are an invitation to the set-piece technicians. They have to cut this out.
It's gone out for a throw-in. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Alexander-Arnold. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
And it's Neymar. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly...
Big chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Cleared away. Referee's given a throw. And he's managed to gift it back. Neymar. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. And no, that was never going to make it. Filippo Inzaghi. Now that looks a decent ball. It's a promising position. Shoots! Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. So this to pull level. Formality, we're level. Not much more than a formality.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
Substitution on the field, number 14, McAllister.
So we have movement on both
Number
benches.
19,
We're looking at a different game now.
Number 28,
Well, at this stage, Peter...
De Bruyne!
number 22,
Oh, that is
De Bruyne.
rather wayward.
He just
Coming on
didn't
the
catch that
field,
one right,
number
and he knows it.
3, William Saliba, number 18,
Saliba gets it away.
Doué, number 5,
Doué going face-to-face with his great rival. And he's managed to get free, and he whips it in. Another chance from a corner. Corner number 2 then.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Played into space. No luck with that dink over the top.
Napata clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
There will be 5 minutes added.
It's a good ball out wide. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Ambitious ball here. It's Drogba! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
Substitution.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Oh no, what has happened here? Chance! Oh, that could be pivotal! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it?
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing.
Falling out of that moving car like a movie star. Apart from my grazed knees, I feel pretty cool. Been swinging chairs since high school, my teachers hate me. But now I'm in some band, so don't underrate me. I'm patiently impatient, don't like to wait and see. And needing doubt in my 20s, not sure who to be. I ain't in time to repaint it, uncomplicate it. Still I'm hanging green light. Up to the stop sign. Up to the rewind. Up to the, that's how I shine. That's how I shine. Green light. Up to the stop sign. Up to the rewind. Up to the, that's how I shine. That's how I shine. Green light.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So off we go then. What an impressive figure Oliver Kahn cuts.
Yeah, they call him the Titan, Peter, and the reasons are fairly obvious. As personalities go, we're talking...
And a chance! Oh, that wasn't far away. And we have our very first corner. Koulibaly can get it clear. Takes a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? That's really well manoeuvred. Pepe gets over and intercepts. Rijkaard. Oh, this looks sharp. No way through. Koulibaly gets across to intercept that. Alexander-Arnold. Now, can they get him away? And he's picked out the run. That is good alertness. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Where it came from, expertly cut out, really nicely done. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Munich clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Oh, he's having a go! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Alexander-Arnold really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And there's no surprise who's taking this corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. That's a little off target. Goes for a shot! They've scored! What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Number 20, Filippo Inzaghi.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Tries to pass it through. 15 minutes till half-time. Threads one in. And this is Neymar. Just the keeper in his... He's had a shot! And he hits the net. They are purring, truly purring. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Munich are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So that's two now without reply.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Tries a measured ball. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. The message is clear, none shall pass. Caught offside that time. Marquinhos. Beckham. This is a promising build-up. That's a cute ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Added time.
Inzaghi! Perilously close.
I wouldn't fancy...
Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. So your views on the first half?
Munich really did kick on after getting that first goal. Could they have gone another one and killed the game off completely? Possibly. But as long as they can keep up the intensity, maintain the purpose levels, I think they'll get another chance soon enough.
Well, that was a gem of a half. Remarkable on all fronts. The difference is two, but still, all things are possible. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Serginho. Ronaldinho going face-to-face with his great rival.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Rijkaard. He won't be happy with that one. Time and again they are repelled. Cristiano Ronaldo. Koulibaly spots it and intercepts. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Engages and forces him off the ball. Neymar. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Great vision. That's a nicely shaped ball. He's in a good... And the shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
A case now of complete control. Oh, good ball. He's free. Decent chance! It's a goal! Untouchable, remorseless, relentless, a class of their own. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Tell this is a miracle in your world. I feel invincible. Remember how you looked when we met. You still have this effect. You are so incredible, incredible. Didn't know what to say as the hours fell away. Our love is unmissable, missable. I can tell this is a miracle in your world. I feel invincible. I can tell. Still find our way home. You know that you're all I need, all I need. 'Cause every time our lips touch, it's so divine. It's like...
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So that's got things underway.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to...
Shevchenko! Andrei Shevchenko! The great Ukrainian goal machine!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again. Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball...
Shapes to shoot! And there's a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Neymar really has looked sharp, hasn't he? I get the feeling he fancies himself against this defence now.
So they have it all to do again.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And Shevchenko! It's loose. Oh, what has happened here? Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Back towards the middle. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Out for a throw. Ah, good steal, he just read it. And this is Shevchenko. Neymar does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Alexander-Arnold. Marquinhos. And it's Neymar. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Seedorf. That's been cut out, well played. Beckham, nicely spread. Alexander-Arnold finding himself in space. Nuno Mendes. Schneider. Oh, that's well spotted. Neymar. That is ended up in no man's land. That's a nicely shaped ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And the shot. And he hits the net. And again they hit the front. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Half-time getting close now. Shot a goal! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
Schneider. And this is Shevchenko.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Beckham. Nicely aimed pass. Howson gets over and intercepts. Threads one in. And he's in on goal. Shoots! Now, who's going to be first to this? And that marks a high-octane end to the first half. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances...
Big chance! It's in! It's level again! What a match we have!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So again, we have parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong...
Chance for a shot! And he's stuck it away! And they've got their lead back! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Lexington leading now.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Alexander-Arnold. Juve. And it's Beckham. Guardiola wins the duel this time. Just a quarter of an hour to play.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to...
Takes a shot! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
And we have our very first corner. Ronaldinho clears it away. And here's Guardiola. He's had it taken off him. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
5 minutes left on the clock. Mendes gets across to intercept that.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Beckham
minutes has been
aims
indicated.
beyond the defence. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Time added on. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's down to business here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Marquinhos. He's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception or just making life difficult for the opposition to get through. And that's a very valuable characteristic.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Juve. And reclaimed it in a trice. Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Raul. He's got away. Marquinhos gets it clear. Throw in. Marquinhos clears without hesitation. Now it's Inzaghi. And the counter is on. Now it's Inzaghi. He's having a shot! It's in! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. And it's McAllister. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Diouf, he's being urged to shoot. Shot, surely! And that's a good finish. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So that's 2 now without reply.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Now it's Messi, and claimed it back swiftly. Ronaldinho. Now it's Inzaghi. Tries to pass it through, and the shot! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Beckham clearly showing us exactly how to get in behind the defence, followed by, unfortunately, how not to finish.
Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. And this is Raul. Not the most accurate pass. That's really well cleared. Nicely weighted ball. Ronaldinho. Alexander-Arnold. Now this could be a chance. He's in a great position here.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Diouf. Inzaghi. And that is the end of the first half. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Well, who could have predicted a scoreline like this after just 45 minutes? The sides separated by 2. So the action resumes. Foot in. And the pass is intercepted. Van Dijk. And again they run up against stubborn defending. Now it's Beckham. And this is Messi. And this is Raul. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And that was very necessary. And here's Mbappe. He's having a hit! Bullish header! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Alexander-Arnold. No, that's been intercepted. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Messi. Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Alexander-Arnold. Juve looking to add to his goal. Marquinhos cuts out the pass. Messi might just make this. And it's De Bruyne. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Oh, that's a key interception. And he plays one through. Serginho gets over and intercepts. And here's Messi. Mbappe! Mbappe! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Pressing high and with purpose. Juve. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He is through here! Alexander-Arnold. Juve is in a really good position out wide. They've got a corner here.
Substitution on the field. Number 3.
And we have our very first corner.
Number 2, Marquinhos. Number 20, Filippo Inzaghi. Coming
Barcelona
on the field,
have the chance to go the other way.
William Pacho. Number 10.
Well,
Lisandro
yet another
Martinez.
interception and a show of
18,
anticipation to be
Messi.
commended.
Substitutions taking place.
Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. Messi. And this is Dembele. Now, can they get him away? And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Alexander-Arnold. That's Beckham. Rijkaard. 2 minutes to be added on. Rijkaard makes the interception. Martinez. And that's it. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was...
Baby girl,
Just slow it down, let your body speak.
speak.
I know that timing is everything.
Got me weak.
All I got is infinity.
Sit.
Infinity.
Let it talk to me. Just slow it down, let your body speak. I know that timing is everything. Everything. All I got is infinity. Infinity. You got the vibe and I'm feeling you, girl. Missing my flight cause you show me the world. Your body be talking, I love what I heard. If this is the night, then just give me the word. Give me the word, show me a sign. Tell me you ready and I'll make you mine. And what I'm sipping and this ain't no lies. Real talk, girl, when me looking at your eyes. I can't see you overanalyze everything, girl. Cause you can't put your trust in everything. But it's a must cause your body keep flirting. Make the rhythm just keep on working. Baby girl, I'm hurting. Cause your body just keep on twerking. But your eyes keep looking and lurking. I got all the time in the world. Let it talk to me. Set it. Just slow it down, let your body speak. Turn it up. I know that timing is everything. Let's do this. How long I got is infinity.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's away we go then. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, it would have to be the highly rated Dean Howson. The perfect blend of total football and tiki-taka. I like the front-footed approach he takes to defending. He's very effective.
And the shot! Oh, what a oh, and again! But he's left disappointed. And we have our very first corner. Cafu clears it away. Great vision. He's found the way. It's Neymar! Ambitious, but just off target.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Ronaldinho, Diouf, and he shoots! Delicious from Diouf! A finish right from the top draw. That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
It's great composure. He kept his eye on the ball until the last possible moment and then smash. No stopping that.
Madrid finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Now it's Batistuta. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Aimed beyond the defence. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Beckham. Diouf. He's gone for goal. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And he's going to have his name taken. Diouf. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Diouf. Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Oh, nicely intercepted. And no, that was never going to make it. Neymar. Ambitious ball here. And the shot! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
Elise. Diouf. Alexander-Arnold is looking told. That is asking for trouble. Oh, that's fabulous. Vinicius Junior! Oh, good finish. They have come roaring back.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Oh, delicious. Such devilish curl.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
2 added minutes
Beckham.
has been indicated.
Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Vinicius Junior. He's got away. And the whistle goes for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any thoughts on all this so far, Jim?
Well, it sets up a very entertaining second half, Peter. Who's going to make the first move, trying to win this, and how they might find a way to sustain good pressure.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Munich are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Howson did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. It's Neymar! And that's a sharp finish. And they're back in front. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Munich are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? He is through here. And he was alert to it.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Neymar looking for the run. Marquinhos wants to run onto this. He's through here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And claimed it back swiftly. Well, that pass isn't the best. Marquinhos. Alexander-Arnold. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Now then, what's happening here? He is already on a yellow. Now, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Oh, Peter, what a lucky boy. A telling off as opposed to a sending off.
Neymar. Neymar! And there's a goal! And surely that clinches it! There really is no way back now! Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
And he plays one through. Defending of the desperate variety. And the pass is intercepted. Olise, and he's intervened well there. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Olise wins the duel this time. Beckham, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, that's a foul, free kick's been given. Juve threads one in. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the...
About our differences, we don't don't talk at all. It seems so critical to speak less critically. I see no truth as mythical, no vast unbridgeable. Give me strength to overcome. Give me strength, I'm not gonna run. Build it up, you gotta get some, take some, fix it up, you gotta break some, you gotta open up, you gotta share, build it up, nothing's there. How can we talk about our differences when we don't talk at all? Listen to the echo of the anger of our silences, or to the sound of each other's heart. Give me strength to overcome. Give me strength, I'm not gonna run. Build it up, build it up. You gotta get some, take some, fix it up. You gotta break some, you gotta open up, you gotta share. Build it up, nothing's there. You gotta get some, shake some, pull it on down, but ain't none. You gotta open up, you gotta care. Build it up, nothing's there. Build it up, you wanna build it up, we can build it up, you wanna build it up with me. Come on, build it up, come on, build it up with me. You gotta give some, take some.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And that gets things running. Well, now the opposition are going to have to find something pretty special to stop Lionel Messi today, aren't they, Jim?
Yeah, the man is an absolutely born winner. You just feel that with him on the pitch, anything is possible.
And what's more, he brings out the best in his teammates.
Yeah, I think he just gives them that confidence that they can overcome whatever the opposition throws at them, and he leads by example, of course, and will probably come up with something.
Alexander-Arnold does really well to win the ball there. Philippe, there's the shot! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Tries to play it through. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's had a shot! Ronaldinho. And claimed it back swiftly. Messi. And he welcomes it in. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. He won't be happy with that one. Marquinhos. Beckham. Looking for the run. He has a look up. Marquinhos with the slide tackle there. Nicely spread. And it's Ronaldinho. Neymar is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Ritwik. Nice bit of skip. Ritwik! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Ritwik clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And now a sudden chance to counter. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. He's onside. It's Inzaghi! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And it's hoisted clear. Marquinhos getting this one clear. And it's Van Dijk. And they're quick to get it back.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So neither side has found a way through yet.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
Oh no, this does not look good. Oh, now he can run away with it. And that was very necessary. Alexander-Arnold is always looking to play quality balls. Oh, that's a key interception. And he's gone looking for safety. Distributed tidily. Now this could be a chance.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Beckham.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Filippo in real chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Munich certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Now that's well seen too. Marquinhos. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Alexander-Arnold stood up well to him there. Alexander-Arnold just loves to go forward whenever he can. Into the channel.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And he's managed to get free. Delivery from Mbappe. Rijkaard with the clearance. Well, they've got it again. Jupe in the hunt and looking threatening. Tries to pass it through. Beckham. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Throw in. Just about up to 75 minutes. Beckham. And there's green grass ahead of him.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Oh, that's well spotted.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Now it's Mbappe.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Can he finish? Incredible! Just incredible! Has he won it? He just might have won it!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Number 20, Filippo Inzaghi.
The first breakthrough. Defending was strong and firm. Lovely
There will
pass,
be
but
1
can
minute
he get
added
there?
time.
Neymar. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the... Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So that's got things underway.
Now there's a headline maker, Steven Gerrard.
Focal point for any team he plays in.
Yeah, I suspect he may be deployed as a more holding midfielder, but that seems wrong when you know how good he is 30 yards forward. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Beckham. It's a searching pass. It's a goal kick. Looking to play him in. Ronaldinho. That has ended up in no man's land. Akanji. Gerrard. Serginho cuts out the pass. Marquinhos.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. That has been cut short. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. In towards the back stick. Beckham. And it's Rijkaard. Can he get it through? And smartly reclaimed. Marquinhos. Rijkaard. Now who's going to be first to this? Now this could be a chance. Joe! Oh, he's been... and it's come back out to him. Goal! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
20, Filippo Inzaghi.
The first breakthrough.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
And this is Shevchenko. Van Basten. Koulibaly can get it clear. Now it's Inzaghi. Akanji gets across to intercept that. That is a great pick out. And he welcomes it in. And he shoots! Oh, it's coming. He's had a shot! Just a tiny bit high.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
Played into space. He's having a shot! And that's in! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
So they have it all. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So, Jim, neither side getting it all their own way so far.
Well, it's definitely been a game where both sides have tried to play to their own strengths, and I suppose neither side would be particularly unhappy with this scoreline. I suspect, Peter, the two managers will be keen to urge patience and discipline from their players now.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a Beckham! And we have our very first corner. Tanzania are looking to go forward now. And here's Beckham. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Akanji did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And here's Beckham. He slings it in. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Shevchenko. He's a sharp little ball here. And the shot! And yes, it's there! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And he's worked it through. He is through here. A hefty challenge, but fair enough. Marquinhos clears without hesitation. Gerrard. Is there any support? He might not need it. Alexander-Arnold gets it clear. Van Basten. And here's Shevchenko. Real chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. But he's left disappointed. Alexander-Arnold. Juve. He's picked his way through. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Shot, surely! And that really should have been that.
Just got too eager there, I think, Peter. Had half an eye on the two-goal cushion.
Coming on to replace him is number 14, Ritwik.
Well, this could be it, bar something close to a minor miracle.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Peter. Never say never.
And the shot! And that's a tiny finish. 2 up now, and they are cruising. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Tanzania are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal. And it's very impressive.
Number 4.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Duke into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Nicely shaped ball, and he's in on goal. Ronaldinho! Gerrard. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Again, that is a tale of one that got away. A position of... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle, and here we go. Well, it's clear what the manager wants here. His aim is to dominate in the wide areas, isn't it?
Yeah, I suspect that the wide men have been instructed to combine with the two forwards playing off the central striker, providing support or...
It's Neymar! There it is! The ideal start!
That's the perfect confidence boost they needed. Brilliant.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Number 8.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Iraq with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Duke can get it clear. Beckenbauer was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Neymar. He's found the way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal. And it had to be. Knocks it into space. That's been cut out, well played. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, this looks sharp. Nicely spread. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Koulibaly. Ball played for Rijkaard. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Now that's well seen too. Cruyff makes a dash for it. Rijkaard, and he cuts out the supply. No way through. Now it's Inzaghi. Neymar. And that caused a fair bit of alarm.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
Nicely weighted ball. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. That's a cute ball. Oh, well played, well played. Lahm is one whose deliveries we all know about. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Dinks one through. Diouf.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Engages and forces him off the ball.
Has been indicated.
Taken back almost at once. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Ronaldinho. Serginho's cross. And for the first half, that is that. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Goals, goals and more goals. That's been the story of the half. The team separated by the tiniest of margins at the break. So we're underway for the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
And they win it back again. Looking to play him in. Little pass back. And he's let fly. Oh, screamer! About as smooth as it gets. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. No second invitation needed. Hit it true and unerring. A screamer.
Look, sometimes when they're hit that well, there's nothing going to stop it. You have to acknowledge the ferocity.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up. Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
And it's been played through. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. The referee's come over. It's a red card. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances. Griezmann with a real chance here.
Well, this certainly fits the bill when it comes...
Griezmann! Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
This is their second corner of the game. And he's there to clear it. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Neymar. Oh, look at the space here. It's Neymar! Relentless! Just relentless! It's all becoming so easy. A truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
(3-0) and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Neymar receives it in a wide position. No, he's overshot the green. Neymar has his eye on that match ball.
Well, I think he's got a great chance of ending up with a match ball, provided he doesn't get too carried away with his own personal target now. As long as he keeps working for his team, he should be fine.
Aims beyond the defence. Beckham. He's shifting through the gears here. Decent shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Oh, didn't catch it right.
He'll be annoyed with himself after that. Nothing wrong with his anticipation or his positioning.
And it's going to be another corner. Corner number 2 then. Bale tries to clear. He was under real pressure there. Has a look and plays it forward. Rijkaard wins the duel this time. Ronaldinho. Nicely shaped ball. Neymar picks it up out wide. And he's opted for the long pass. Oh, that's ambitious. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And that's been drilled in. Messi. Looking for options for movement. Now it's Mbappe. He's in one-on-one. Can he finish? And that's a tiny finish. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So could they be onto something here?
Has been indicated.
Ronaldinho gets into a good position. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's a loose touch and the ball is anyone's. Neymar! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
And this is Bale, in with the challenge. And that's it. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this.